right, welcome back, guys, to the Anything Goes podcast, football edition. I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Kev. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm great, bro. How are you, man?
Not too bad, not too bad. I had a good time yesterday, man. You guys went out a little party, man.
Yeah, man. We had a great time yesterday. We had
Yeah,
a week full of great sports, a weekend full of great sports, man.
yeah. I mean, man, you remember crying right now, but ain't no time for losers. So,
Yeah, Barca main too.
yeah, make sure we get on to. But on this football edition, we start off with our good friend, Mr. Pep Guardiola, man. Kev,
Hmm.
the
Mhm.
question that has to be raised is Pep a fraud?
Mhm. He's a joker, man. He's a joker. I mean, in all seriousness, man. I mean, sometimes it's hard to forget the pedigree that this guy has. People are calling the best manager of all time. Sometimes it's hard to believe it's the same guy. Like Pep without Messi is not the same, man. Like where other managers are versatile, like Jose Mourinho,
Mm-hmm.
Ancelotti, who would go to teams and bring their philosophy and impact the players in a positive way, or get the most out of the players and get them to win titles, big titles such as the Champions League and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if this guy has it in him, man. I don't know if he's if he was so fortunate to find a squad where with Ronaldinho and the Messi's and the Eto'os and Henry's and Xavi and Iniesta was also very important. So I don't know if this guy can do it without these very special players. Man, I really thought this was the time. So we have to see if his contract continues. I mean, he had so many chances so far. This is his fourth season at the club now.
Fourth season at City, yes.
Yeah. So if he doesn't get it next season for sure, if they don't get past the quarterfinals, I do think his job will be lots of scrutiny. It is in scrutiny right now. However, I do believe there's a lot of faith in this man. Sometimes I don't understand it, but that is the harsh reality. How do you see it going?
Man, Kev, I keep it real, man. This man's a fraud, man. Look, I
Hmm.
feel what Pep did, he captured lightning in a bottle. He had
Hmm.
Layesi when he was at his prime.
Hmm.
He had Xavi, Iniesta, Eto'o. I think he had Henri at the beginning as well. He had
Yeah.
Puyol, Busquets. I just think he had a perfect team around him. But after that, no, I just think he's been exposed because he went to Bayern Munich after you know they got rid of Juhankis, which I think was a terrible decision. They should have kept him, even though he was getting
Yeah.
up in age.
Yeah.
And Pep was supposed to come in and dominate and be the greatest thing since sliced bread. But we,
Hmm.
we all saw that, Pep came in after Angus had a wonderful trouble.
Yeah.
And all he did is went to three semifinals. And I told him I think he got battered pretty comfortably as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he got destroyed by Real Madrid. And I think he also got destroyed pretty heavily by Atletico, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Hmm.
that was to me when I started to have to raise the red flags on Mr. Guardiola. And I think now at Manchester City, after spending over almost $1 billion,
Hmm.
and you're not being able to get past the quarterfinals in four
Yeah.
in four consecutive seasons,
Hmm.
an issue has to be raised.
Yeah. And it's not only that they've been out too; it's how they went out. Like the game against Liverpool, man. I believe that was the
That is second season.
28.
Second season.
Yeah. Right. I mean, Liverpool hammered them in the first leg. I think it was.
Yeah, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
it always seems like he always got to chase the second leg as well.
Correct. He really, yeah. he usually overthinks the first leg. His tactics usually there are spot on in terms of the group stages.
Hmm.
That he usually has almost a perfect record, almost. Especially in his first couple of seasons. The last couple of seasons, they had a couple more draws and losses. You know, like Leon, they would have drawn 2-2 last season, and Leon would have actually beaten them 2-1 as well. That guy Cornet, he would have gotten, I think, 3 of the 4 goals. Um, they usually have a perfect record in the group stage, and then when it gets to the knockout stages, Pep changes the complete tactics. Like for example, on Saturday he went for a midfield three who were basically all defensive minded. He went with Fernandino.
Wait, did he play Fernandino in defense in the back three?
Not this time, that's the funny thing. He
How he's lining up well.
he's so much all over the place. Like coming on to the end of the prime season, he had Fernandino in the centre back position, but
Right, I think he did
Saturday,
play center back in that game in the Man City in the game when they were knocked up by Leon.
nah, Eric Garcia and Laporte was at centre back.
I can tell you no.
Kyle Walker, Kyle
Kyle
Walker
Walker
and
played
Fern.
on Kyle Walker played on the right center back, which to me makes no sense because I don't think Kyle Walker is that good at defending. And if you're gonna
Then
play
Fern,
in a back three, you have to be good at defending and also
right,
cover ground.
precisely, he's only good at going forward, really. Ferland Mendy was at left back, so the midfield pretty sure. Remember, it comprised of Fernandino, Gundogan, and Rodri, who, in my opinion, are all very defensive minded.
Yeah, Fernandino
And
at center back.
centre back,
Garcia, yeah, and Laporte, yeah. Yeah, Kyle Walker
Garcia.
technically as
Mhm.
right midfielder kind of, but technically he did almost play center back. So
Right. So and then a different three were Gabriel Jesus.
Sterling and De Bruyne.
De Bruyne was technically playing on the right. To
Yeah,
me,
exactly. Which De Bruyne should be in the middle. Like
right. That was crazy. Like his lineup was so predictable because we all know what Sterling is going to look to do. He's going to try to put the ball on the left, right on the line. Put in the cross, cut inside. And then we kind of know what Gabriel Jesus' play is. He's going to try to hold up the balls, take a few shots. So to me, in my opinion, it was a bit predictable.
mm,
That's why they didn't do much harm to Leon in the first half. Whereas players on the bench like Bernardo Silva, David Silva, Riyad Mahrez, these are players who are very unpredictable. You don't know what they're going to do sometimes when they have the ball.
well, I got another
So,
question, right? And this is what we got. Question this dude.
mhm.
Due to COVID, you're allowed 5 substitutions, right?
Yeah,
In the whole 90 minutes, you only made 2.
two.
Which
Yeah,
was David Silva and Riyad Mahrez, no Bernardo Silva, the
crazy,
Phil Foden. I mean, it's like,
crazy.
uh, and then
And
he waited so long to bring on Mahrez. To me, like, he should have brought on Mahrez early up in the game, in my opinion, because the team
correct.
was lacking a little bit of creativity. It was coming stagnant. Leon
Yeah,
was able to see the moves that they wanted to make. So I don't understand why did he not bring on Mahrez earlier.
like his decision making sometimes in these big knuckle games are so bizarre. It's almost like someone is paying him extra on his side to purposely mess up the outcome. I don't understand
I
it.
got a question. So,
Crazy.
so you think that to avoid getting smashed by Bayern, he purposely threw this game?
I think he showed a bit too much respect to Leon. I I think we were already looking forward to the Baron game. I think if he's trying to avoid it, but I don't know if he just showed too much respect to Leon because of what they did to to Juventus.
Yeah, but there was a
But
rumor going around that they said that he was trying to test a pivot in time for the
mhm.
Bayern Munich match, so he automatically thought he would have won this game.
Oh, that's
But
a high
but to me, in a
possibility.
one-off knockoff game, it's just to me you play your best team and do what you got to do.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, even in terms of the left back position, usually Benjamin Mendy is so solid, but he went with Cancelo in this game. So
Yeah,
sometimes you think he has too much squad at his
I
disposal.
I, I got a
At
question. But does he usually
disposal.
play like a back three? Is he not usually like a back four kind of guy?
back four. Yeah, that was also
So
what
I
I
was like,
thought
why
was a
you
bit.
playing on the back three? Like,
I thought it was a bit bizarre. Couldn't believe it. So,
yeah, but in many injured, is in many injured.
not that I know of.
And there's another problem to me also, right? We all know Manchester City's problem is their defense. But to me, Kyle Walker's
Right,
like good defensively, nor Cancelo.
right.
Fernandinho's not a
Nope.
natural defender. I think
Right.
Laporte kind of meh. So
Yeah.
I don't understand
Their
what
biggest issue is one of their biggest issues, to be honest, the
I
defense.
went to Otamendi. Like I don't understand why you didn't got Otamendi a player. I mean, he's not the best, but
Yeah,
the what you have.
yeah, yeah, he's not the best. I mean, he
But
and Stones are a bit, a bit iffy, but they're better than they're more
Bush.
experienced than Eric Garcia. I mean, two of the goals did come through him. So mistakes that he made would have caused the first goal and the positioning for the second goal where they would have wanted VAR. He approached he went to approach the striker instead of tracking back. So yeah,
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. But I got another question for you, Kev. How good do you
yeah.
think this Man City team is, man?
I think when the right squad is on the pitch, they're really good.
Hmm.
However, the way they are hyped up in Premier League, um, I don't see them as being top two teams in the world. I'd say about they're around fourth place or fifth place. So what do you think?
In the world, like that's my problem in Man City, right?
Hmm.
How many players you would replace them in another team, like a Bayern or I mean, like I don't know because leave getting list of these men.
Hmm.
I like my boy, we name him Jesus, right?
Yeah,
But how good Jesus is really though?
I mean he hasn't really proven himself at any of the big games.
Correct. Kyle
I mean,
Walker,
yeah,
not that good. Gundogan,
nope.
not that good. I like Mendy, but I think a little, you know what I mean, off the pace.
I think Rodri still has a lot of work to do too.
Rodri needs some work. Foden
Yeah,
still, he coming good, but he need time. Like
yeah,
then what the boy name at the back? This Zenchenko or whatever his name.
Zinchenko.
I mean,
Question mark. I
I
don't I don't trust him.
my man, I honestly for it between him or my mom, I think I start out playing my mom on the pitch. Like I never trust
Yeah,
this dude.
Zinchenko. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So yeah, they really have a lot of work to do. I mean, and they even signed the guy from Bournemouth, Nathan Ake.
Yeah.
I, I don't think he's world class. I mean, some people are saying he's a great signing. I just don't think he's the guy that they need in terms of world class defender. So we have to see how it goes from here. I mean, at least they're looking to sign defenders, unlike some clubs, Chelsea, who are going for all out attack.
Right.
Yeah.
All
Hmm.
right, man. We switch gears, man, because we got out with this.
Yeah.
Let me sit. I do this in a minute, yeah, and I like it, man. Let me go, man. We gotta talk with this, man. Okay, we gotta talk with this. On Friday,
Mm-hmm.
we all sat down and expecting a good game of football. Barcelona versus um,
Game.
Bayern Munich. And I remember before the game, I told you, Kev, I got funny feeling, right?
Yeah.
But I still sticking with a Bayern Munich 3-1 victory.
Yeah.
And you told me that you had a weird a weird dream, but you said yourself,
Yeah.
man, despite your dream, I still sticking with the. I think you said
Yeah.
a 2-1 or a 3-2. What did you say again? I can't remember.
3-2. 3-2 to Bayern
You're
Munich.
going with a 3-2
To Bayern
prediction.
Munich. Yeah.
The score ended up being, I think the whole world knows at this point, 8-2.
2. Jesus.
and it's the heaviest defeat in a Champions League quarterfinal history.
Syria.
I mean, we all laughed at Chelsea when they got beat. It was a seven, what 7-1 and
On
arrogate,
a, yeah,
but that was not arrogate. This is 8-2 in one single match.
crazy
And to
man.
be fair, I mean, it's technically one goal because Alaba missed and scored at one goal.
All right then. Yeah,
So, Kev, I got to answer the question, man. Is Barcelona, as we currently know it, finished?
I think it's gonna take a lot of time for them to recover.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, their self-esteem will be at an all-time low this season. They were knocked out of the Copa del Rey pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
They saw the La Liga title ripped away from them. We all know how important that is to them. They like to know that they are, the best club in Spain, especially better than Real Madrid. And then on top of that, the turmoil that's going on in the club, as you would have told me, they're bankrupt. Um, the internal issues with players. The
You said
the
what?
the the, the toxic
Yo, you saying,
atmosphere.
saying?
And then on top of things,
Yeah, yeah, I
it
got, yeah.
too to one of the best teams in Europe when you're supposed to be considered one of the best teams in Europe, especially in the eyes of Mister of Vidal. um, so
Yeah. I mean, that
yeah,
Vidal comment was very ironic. You started wondering after the goal scoring, he was panting.
yeah. It's funny that you would have sent me. It's funny.
Yeah, man. But,
So,
go
are
ahead.
they done? I'd say I'll give them about. Gonna take some time.
Mhm.
Uh, the rumors are going around about Koeman. I mean, he did play for the club about 6 years or so, and then he was assistant coach. I mean, the guy from Netherlands was the coach. What's his name now?
Van Gaal.
Van Hal, I think it was very popular guy. I believe it was
I know
Van
Van Gaal
Hal, but
coached Barca, but that was way back in the day, I think.
yeah, but he was assistant coach in the year 2000. I can't remember who was the manager in
I
year
think
2000,
it could be Louis Van Gaal. It
but
could be wrong.
yeah, he was the Barca assistant coach. So I mean, he would have some experience, and he's managed some top level teams. I won't say probably not many world class teams, like top five teams in the world, maybe, but you know, like mid, like probably mid table, like the Evertons and the Southampton in recent years. He's managed some decent teams and the Netherlands squad. I think that.
Ronald, I can give my advice.
hmm
Do not take this job.
I mean, the
Do
task at
not
hand is
take
so huge
this job. Do
for
not
for.
take this job. Look, this is my problem with this whole situation, right?
hmm
The board's still gonna be there, right?
hmm
They're still gonna be fighting with Layasi in terms of who control this, who control that, who want this, who want that. Like I just think the best thing to do is to wait out to the elections and then put your hat in the
hmm
ring, in my opinion.
hmm
Because
I
like,
mean,
go ahead, go
I
ahead.
mean, the rumors going around too that the elections will be called early, um, before probably before this new invented season is over. So that could mix things up a lot. So there are rumors that Bartomero, or however his name is pronounced,
Bossa Mayor
would
already,
have
Scully. Our regular
would have called,
Barcelona fanboy isn't here. He's still crying. So
called the elections early because we know that his ass is on the line. So that would shake things up a lot. But if Ronald was to take the job, we think it would take him at least 3 seasons to get Barcelona back to where they was.
back to what? As in competing for La Liga or or being a
No, I mean in terms of the club that was capable of. There was a season actually under Guardiola where they would have won 6 titles in one season.
bro? Get
But to
honest,
get
let me
them
sniff in
back,
the 6 titles in the 3 years and keep it real with you.
get them back to the level where they would have done the trebles to get them to even two titles, I believe, in one season,
Mm.
I think it would take him at least 3 seasons.
Well, as I said on another live stream, I said if
Mm-hmm.
the board goes 4 years, if the board
4 years,
stays
yeah.
6,
I mean, because they have so many old players, it's going to take time for them to
because
rehaul this.
if you look at
They have
current
no money.
Barcelona squad,
Yeah.
they're running through the list. Hold on.
Busquets.
Hold on. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I ain't pull this. I ain't pull that now. We gonna get through these players. You got Layasi, 33,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which is a poor leader, but we would get back to him.
Mm-hmm.
Griezmann, I think that he's 29, flop.
29. Yeah.
So Suarez, aka the Cannibal, 33.
Whoa.
Dembele, I let the youngster, 23 years old, injury problems.
Mm-hmm.
So you see what we gotta do with him. Vidal,
Mm-hmm.
33.
Whoa.
Safati, you got Pig, or whatever he's calling him. My boy
17.
Martin, and it's a Braithwaite, not Braithwaite. He's 29, but
Mm-hmm.
I think he's being kicked out of the club, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Gerard Brick Piqué,
Huh.
33.
Whoa. Who else we
Edgar
got, man?
Rakitic, 33.
Whoa.
What
Or two
land
of
there?
you
All right, now a long. He kind of young.
lonely.
Yeah, he young. My boy Nelson Davis, he's 26, but as you can see, his career is pretty much done. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Sergio Criminal Busquets, he's 33.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
Oh, and Titi, I mean, yeah, 26, still a young guy, but you can see he has kind of fallen off. I need a new pastures.
Yeah.
Sergio Roberto is 29, he's 23, it's 28, sorry, close to 30, but still got some time left in him.
Yeah.
I mean, how is Jordi Alba? 31.
Okay. Whoa.
The majority of this squad is over 30 years old,
Yeah.
and there's no natural replacement in this team. You could see who replace them. It's not these guys is 33, and there's a
Yeah.
24-year-old youngster in the squad there to take his
Yeah.
place.
I mean, during the match too, the bare minute game, I mean, the commentators would have pointed out that the average age of the team, the starting lineup, was 29. And it really showed because they were so slow to get into majority of the balls. There was no power and pace at all in that team. So, as you said, a rehaul is needed, but that's going to cost money, which they don't have.
And
So
then
it's
now
going to take,
you still got Coutinho on loan.
right?
And if he wins the Champions League, you still got to pay Liverpool $5 million, which is just rubbing salt in the wound.
Right? Hmm. I mean, they ain't absolute turmoil. We're not even being dramatic when we say that.
That's
They're
why
in turmoil.
saying that people saying this is gonna be a 2 3 year project. I saying this being a 6 year project
Well,
because look at it. You got teams like Arsenal
hmm.
haven't been relevant in almost 10 years. Keep it real. I'm into
Crazy.
supporter, but into be done for no begin to pick back up.
Yeah, yeah,
Almost
yeah,
a
correct.
decade almost off the top.
Yeah, I
Manchester
think his
United is 6 7
yeah,
years off the top and it still isn't there yet.
AC Milan.
We don't know if it's not gonna ever come back. So yes, you have money, but when you everything you spent it,
Hmm.
it's been a terrible decision one after another.
Yeah.
So you can't buy yourself out of the hole.
Mhm.
Man,
And
I
then,
don't know.
yeah, and football is really one of those kind of sports too, where when something's really going good, it's going good, and when it's going bad, you have the bad periods. Like for example, I mean, even in the Champions League, this last decade, we had about, I would say, it's been mainly Barca and Madrid dominating the Champions League, and the last two seasons now,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they gotten past the quarterfinals. So it's really football is really a stage of ups and downs. So as you said, it's gonna probably take Barcelona a lot longer than most people expect to get back to the highs that they had.
So I gotta answer a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you were voted as president of Barcelona today or tonight, would you keep
Mm-hmm.
Lionel Messi or would you move him out the club?
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
I would get him out the club. I feel like Barcelona is very sad to say.
Mm-hmm.
They are only as good as Messi is. I mean, in the Champions League knockouts, all the games where they would have lost would have been when Messi has been shut down,
Mm-hmm.
or he hasn't been given service, or when he has individually performed poorly. And that is really not a good sign. But it is the harsh truth
Mm-hmm.
because his squad is so dependent on him, especially in the last seasons where the creativity in midfield with Xavi, Iniesta, even Fabregas,
Mm-hmm.
that creativity is gone. So since about 2016, 2017, their tactics has been to pass the ball to Messi, hope he dribbles 6 defenders and then scores a goal. So that tactic is obviously, you know, other teams have obviously observed this. They've watched the past matches and, prepared and stuff, to face Messi. So it's obviously not, that tactic is not working anymore. And I do personally believe too that this guy has a lot of say in the behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And although he is one man, I do believe that his presence is preventing them from, being a better team all around. As ironic as it is,
Yeah.
because he has had the club up for so long and he's been very important in their history.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is, he's been also very detrimental. And if the board was smart, they would get rid of him for more than one reason, actually, because they want a better team overall. And even though he's 33, you can imagine the amount of money that teams who can afford it, probably like Man City, PSG, will probably put in some bids.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't say it happening in more cities. Man City move happening, but the amount of money these guys will put in, I mean, Barca could use that money as turnover to revamp their squads. But will they think like that? Will they make that decision? Time will tell. What would you suggest? What decision would you make, and what outcome do you think these guys will take?
I said it on Saturday on the Half Watch Football Hut, and I'll say it again
Mhm.
on our own show. I will get this joke out the club,
Mhm.
hands down.
Yeah.
Because look, this guy's 33 years old.
Mhm.
How much time? Like he already had a decade at the top, which is phenomenal.
Mhm.
But how much more years get out of this man?
Mhm.
One, two, let me say three.
Mhm.
You got to rebuild the squad. When you build this squad for Messi, what would it be in 3 years' time after spending a bunch of money?
Mhm.
Because you can't go long term with this guy. He's 33 years old, so you got to win now. So
Right.
you got to spend money.
Mhm.
He has too much say in this team.
Yeah.
Apparently, he didn't want to play because he wanted Anti and I was joking him fired. But did you not want Ernie fired? We guy name was Valverde,
Valverde.
which to me I said Valverde should have started any season,
Mhm.
but you sacked him. People hated Valverde, right? I
Mhm.
understand why, but Valverde should either go in the beginning of the season or no.
Mhm.
I don't think Ernie would have get beat 8-2. Maybe 4-0, but not 8-2.
Mhm. Well.
So I just think Messi has to go. And I would look to if he's fit, I will keep Dembele,
Mhm.
Ansu Fati, and what his
Mhm.
pronounce good is Puig
Yeah.
or
Ricard.
Puig, or I don't know his
Yeah.
pronunciation.
Puge.
Puig.
Ricardo Puge. He's pretty good.
I'll keep Puig
Yeah.
and build a team around those guys. And get some of the
Mhm.
guys from remember the La Masia Academy,
Yeah.
which was the star of Barcelona. Remember when you said that you weren't like Real Madrid, that you didn't need to buy Galacticos?
Yeah.
Go back to that.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with having signings here and there, but you can't keep relying on these big $100 million signings.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, you gotta clear the club out.
Yeah.
And you gotta admit, you might not play European football for a season or two.
Mm-hmm.
But would it be worth it? You just coming fourth and getting knocked out in the round of 16 every year, or you take 2, 3 years out, but 6 years from now, 7 years from now, we're competitive.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta bite the bullet, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I would get rid of Messi. I don't know what you do with Griezmann. I don't know who wants Griezmann, but you gotta find a
Hmm.
way of out. Can they afford to take a loss on Griezmann? I
Hmm.
don't know, but I think you gotta push on Coutinho.
Yeah.
I mean, there's talk about Lautaro Martinez. Like, why would Lautaro Martinez, after the wonderful performance that he did today, which we'll speak on shortly,
Aw-
why would he go to
Awesome.
Barcelona?
Huh.
So I mean, it's a tough thing, but as I said, we're in a rebuilding phase.
Mm-hmm.
If Koeman wants to stick around for 5, 6 years,
Yeah.
we can't afford to be sacking Koeman in a year time when results don't go his way. We got to understand this is a long term project.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we got ready to kick players out if we're not going to follow the plan. This can't be Chelsea and Abramovich where you get vexed at Mourinho, he goes. You get vexed at Ancelotti, he goes. It can't be that.
Mm-hmm.
Coach is the man. Respect the coach and we can play.
Wait. Wait. Wait.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
I
man.
agree.
But and
So.
so I was asking you before we move on.
Yeah.
Um, what were your thoughts on Messi's performance in that match?
Um. Well, I mean, the first 15 to 20 minutes,
Mm-hmm,
he was really looking to make the play happen.
mm-hmm,
He would have put in a couple crosses, one which Longley just put wide,
mm-hmm,
which was almost reminiscent to the goal he had against Napoli,
mm-hmm,
whereas it was a cross instead of a corner. And then he was really looking to, try the through balls and stuff.
mm-hmm,
However, in my opinion, he wasn't really running at the defenders or looking to make things happen himself. He was more looking to play in his teammates. In the first 15 to 20 minutes, that's what he was doing. But after the goals would have scored the to make it 2-1, then 3-1, they were up actually 4-1 within the first 30 minutes. I found he kind of disappeared.
mm-hmm.
Um, his influence and his presence. It was almost hard to believe he was on the field, and it got even worse in the second half, in my opinion. So it was almost an attitude of nonchalant and almost as if he had given up. That's how we saw it. How did you perceive it?
Bro, I was never so disappointed in this man. As you know, I'm not a Messi fan.
Hmm.
I've always been more of a Ronaldo guy in the debate, even though he plays for teams I don't like, being
Yeah,
Manchester United and Juventus. But I've always respected him as a player, and that
yeah,
Leon game proved to me why I prefer Ronaldo.
yeah,
That Juventus team was trash.
yeah.
No one tried except for Ronaldo, and
Nope.
Ronaldo played his heart out.
Yeah.
What did Messi do on Friday?
No,
Nothing. I
nothing.
mean, bro, you're the captain of this team. Ronaldo's
Yeah.
not the captain of Juventus.
Nope.
You're supposed to be the one dragging this team, even if you're not shouting at the guys. When it went
Yeah.
4-2, sorry.
Hmm.
I was expecting this massive comeback, expecting Messi to pick up the ball and start dribbling and try
Yeah.
bouncing forward. Nothing. This
Yep.
guy sat in the middle of the field for like 20 minutes straight.
Yeah.
What,
Um.
after that, what happened? He got passed by Alfonso Davis, who passed
Right.
Nelson Davis
Tornado. Yeah. Yeah.
and scored the goal.
Right.
I mean, this is poor, man. I mean, and that's what he's saying. I mean, the rumor saying he wants to come to Inter Milan, and I said I don't want him. Inter is
Yeah.
a volatile club. Just you had rumors the other day, Conte. He said that he kind of misspoke or whatever. And he told me
Hmm.
they want to kill the club,
Yeah.
and we can't afford him to have those issues at Inter. And where would he play?
Yeah.
Could
I
he go
mean,
to Man City and got to
yeah.
Pep? Maybe.
Hmm.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, his demeanor was rather off, though. I mean, he's not a player. I mean, Ronaldo and Messi are players who don't really trap back and try to defend.
Hmm.
But however, in the build up to that Kimmich goal, like you said, Alfonso Davis would have dispossessed him. He didn't even try to make any attempts to
To win
get
back the
back. I mean,
ball.
that's when it was 4-2. So I mean, like, had that play been made to try to get dispossess him, because he does have the pace to keep up with probably Alfonso, but he
Mm-hmm.
didn't attempt to. So, I mean, he's a bit older now, but in his younger days, he would have had the pace to
And even for Odegaard, he could still put pressure on him. Like he could still put pressure
pre-
on him and force him into a
precisely. If he
mistake that some another defender could have cleaned up.
precise, he could have at least help out Semedo. Like he double up on Alfonso, it would have made it a bit easier. But having said that, too, the point you made on the dribbling, I find people are very hard on Neymar because we believe that he should be doing better,
Mm-hmm.
but he had one of the records for the most dribbles in a game.
Mm-hmm.
I believe is actually a record now against RB Leipzig, and that is part of
Atalanta
Messi's
put it.
game.
Atalanta.
Yeah, Atalanta. Yeah, my bad. But that's part of Messi's game, which is almost non-existent now. The not completely non-existent, but he's not really a dribbler like how he once was.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
yeah. I just think mentally he gone, man. Like you
Like,
know,
maybe lack of passion. Yeah,
yeah. And I don't know. That always same with Griezmann too. Like I never saw someone's career fall off so fast in one season.
crazy.
I mean, a friend of mine was talking about Sanchez at Man U, but I think he was like
Hmm.
declining at Arsenal. So it was kind of
Hmm.
expected. It's not that much of a decline,
Hmm.
but I don't know, man. Torres, but then he was like
Nah,
declining at Liverpool too before he went to
yeah.
Chelsea.
Yeah, but I mean, this guy, but Torres' decline is a lot different to Griezmann's decline. Torres' decline was actually in his last season at Chelsea, scoring against Barcelona in Champions League. So I mean, that's a
I
complete
mean, to be
different
fair, he
decline.
did do well in European competitions. I must give him that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the league he was crappy, but to me, his decline is different to Griezmann. It's
But
like
Griezmann is
Griezmann is
gone.
not himself at all. It's very
My man, I
strange.
remember
To
Griezmann used to do that little smiley, this foolish cha 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 dance.
Yeah,
And now you just seeing
even
Griezmann like, why am I here?
yeah. I mean, even when he scores, the celebration is not the same. It's like he doesn't almost believe himself that he scored, or like he's not happy. So I don't know what's going on.
Maybe time to move on, man. But
Yeah.
on that also a note, I'm moving on. We take our one advice. And
Mm-hmm.
we talk about the Europa League final.
Yeah.
On Sunday, Sevilla defeated Manchester United 2-1. If
Mm-hmm.
Manchester United scored another penalty as usual, but it wasn't enough. Sevilla, my former Howard Shaw ain't like you said, terrorist Inter in the Milan derby Suso came out with
Mm-hmm.
a goal in the 26th minute, and then Luke De Jong
Yeah.
scored in the 78th minute to make it two to
Mm-hmm.
one Sevilla,
Mm-hmm.
and they will be taking on Inter Milan, who took a commanding victory to this 5-0 over Shakhtar Donetsk. And I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I didn't see that one coming either, boy. I was like, well, I was thinking
That would
maybe a
be
2-1 or something, or
yeah.
2-0, but
Yeah. Yeah.
5-0 to Inter, man.
I was impressed. I was very impressed.
Yeah, so Kev, I want you to talk before we go. What were your predictions in the semifinals? Sevilla and Man U and Inter and Shakhtar. Who you thought would have won?
Okay, so the winners I predicted were correct. I had Sevilla to beat United
Mm-hmm.
because these guys just know how to get it done in Europe. I don't. I mean, like to sum up how I shouldn't say fortunate, but they just find a way. Like United were bombarding them with attempts. I would have watched the highlights actually after this evening. United would have were bombarding them with attempts on goals. A lot of goal line clearances, defenders, jump into the ground to clear these balls. United did everything but score.
Mhm.
And one simple play, one cross from Jesus Navas, and the ball is in the back of the net by Luke De Jong. So they just have find a way. So I think they will be very tough to beat for Inter.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we saw on the predictions.
No, no, no. We talking about
They
the
had
for the French finals. Yeah, prediction is
for the
semi-finals. Yeah.
semifinals, right, right. So I do think Sevilla would win.
Mhm.
2
Scoreline.
1.
Okay.
I want to predict a 2-1 scoreline. I would probably predict a 2-0 to Sevilla actually.
Mhm.
Um, and Inter, I was thinking about 3-1,
Mhm.
about 3-1 to Inter. So the result was shocking, but in a good way. So I'm very happy, and we should have a very good final.
Exactly. Um,
Yeah.
and honestly, for the games, I was thinking maybe a 1-0 to Sevilla
Hmm.
because I don't think Man U was that good against Copenhagen.
Right. Yeah.
And
We were poor actually.
yeah, and then I was thinking about a 2-0 or 2-1 to Inter against
Hmm.
Shakhtar because I was
Hmm.
expecting a much better attacking performance on Shakhtar today and even
Right.
defensive.
Right.
But
Right. Right.
I mean, Inter really, I mean, Shakhtar had the majority of possession. They think they had like 63% possession. And the Inter just basically
Right.
give Shakhtar the ball and said, "Hey, have fun and just shut down shop." And they hit the big
Whoa.
counter attack. You mean the fourth half was not the most
Hmm.
exciting piece of football. And so I was telling myself, oh,
Okay.
okay, one goal in the first half, maybe another one in the second. But in the second half,
Hmm.
Inter turned up.
Whoa. Yeah, man. Your man, Lautaro and Lukaku.
Yeah, and we must also give a
Lukaku
shout out
is,
to Barella as well.
yeah, boy. Lukaku is so fast and strong, though. Where was this guy at? Where was this at United?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
His finishing is crazy. 32 goals.
and that's the thing too. Like at Manchester United, do you see this kind of like finishing?
Nope.
It's just like,
I mean, the man is so
and
composed.
let's keep it real. He's not brilliant, but his touch has improved a lot since joining Inter.
Yep. I mean, yeah, boy. It's crazy. I mean, especially for the second goal. I mean, that touch to push it around the defender, and then the pace, crazy.
Yeah, man.
So
And
I
he's
mean,
also,
he's
he has the, I think he has the record for the most goals in the Europa League at 10, I think, or the most consecutive anymore. I didn't
well,
think he scored in
yeah,
most consecutive games.
10 consecutive games. I mean, people can't just say he's doing it in the league, man. I mean, Europa League obviously it's not the same pedigree as the Champions League, but it's very close. Like teams from the Champions League would have dropped into the
Yeah,
Europa League
because
and
Shakhtar
stuff.
was the team
So,
that dropped in from the Champions League as well,
I mean, and Shakhtar are no
for sure. Bro.
there are there are no easy team to beat. So I mean, whoa,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
So Kevin, I was like, I can start off my annoying prediction for the final.
mhm,
This tough, man,
mhm,
because you should say Inter should win this,
mhm,
but this is Sevilla's competition, man.
mhm.
This is Sevilla's competition. So I'm going with a 3-1 Inter Milan victory.
That is
Yeah,
funny.
I just
I mean,
thinking,
I really,
this is 2020, New Year, COVID. We see a Barca
yeah,
get me 8-2 and Leon knocking out, man.
yeah,
I got into technically the UEFA underdog, the Europa League underdogs winning this game.
mhm.
I give it a 3-1, man.
Wait till you hear my prediction.
Which is,
Okay, alright. This is gonna sound a bit crazy, but
mm-hmm,
I do feel like, as you said, it's a fierce competition.
mm-hmm,
Inter Milan are playing beautiful football.
mm-hmm,
So I see this being a very close match.
mm-hmm,
Close in terms of chances, but not the scoreline at first. So I can see Inter going 2-0 up,
mm-hmm.
possibly Sevilla getting back one before halftime. Yeah, being very detailed with this because I know it's going to be very close, and then possibly. I see 2-2 and then extra time. I don't know which order the
Mm,
goals were scoring.
mhm,
I don't know who will score first, if it'll be up 2-0 or what, but I see two all in extra time.
mhm.
And then in extra time, I see each team getting one goal, 3-3, then penalties, then Inter winning 5-4 on penalties. I know that's very
This is a very
detailed,
detailed.
but I do think this match is going to be very close,
uh,
nail biting even, but Inter will come out on top.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
We saying Inter could win, but I could see Sevilla winning this too.
that's what he's saying. It's going to
This
be
is a
really
close game.
close.
I said
Could be
3-1,
close.
but it could be 3-1 Sevilla if you don't be careful, man. This is a
Yeah, it
tight
could be
game.
3-2 to
Yeah,
either team.
yeah, exactly. Because Sevilla
Yeah,
has very good passing. They might not have a good out and out like number nine,
yeah,
but you got Eva Banega, man.
yeah. As far as
A
yeah,
big fan of this guy, man. He's turned it
very
up.
good. Yeah.
So and he could post on it out of nothing. So
As hard as the game is to predict, if it's one team we can guarantee,
mhm.
I know they're going to be goals. I can't see a nil-nil
Nah, they clean
extra
sheet. I'm
time.
saying no clean sheet in this match. None.
No, I can't see a nil-nil extra time, nil-nil. And then penalties, nil-nil. They can't see it. So
Yeah,
we can definitely get some goals.
personally different philosophies because Sevilla like playing on the wide. Inter's kind
Yeah,
of playing wide, but then cutting inside and then it's linked
right.
with the two strikers. So
Yeah,
it is very
yeah,
interesting. And then Inter got good
yeah,
defense too. But then
yeah, correct.
Sevilla is no joke either. Then guys will pass, 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 pass.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be very interesting to see though the tactics
yeah.
and the yeah. So
All
we
right.
aim for a
Not
good
for
one.
good. My prediction comes from now, Blake, you guys. I'm moving on to our final topic for the night, the Champions League semi-finals. Tomorrow we have RB Leipzig versus PSG. And on Wednesday we have Lyon versus Bayern Munich. I'm gonna start off with the game on Tuesday. This is gonna be a tight match.
Yep.
This
Very.
been a cagey, nasty affair
Yep.
because RB Leipzig can actually defend
Yeah.
and they can hit on the counter.
Uh-huh.
PSG got Neymar and Mbappe coming back, but defense is trash. I'm going up on a
God.
limb.
Uh-huh. What you saying? Are we predictions for the game, Marta?
2-1 PSG. I kind of want some lipstick, but I really don't
Yeah.
want a German final, so I go
Uh-huh.
PSG 2-1.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
I let you know.
Uh-huh.
So Kev, what's the
Uh-huh.
prediction, man?
Get into the right. Uh-huh.
RB Leipzig versus PSG.
PSG. Mm, I think. I think. Had Werner been playing this game, I think PSG will be in for extreme trouble. They aim for trouble still,
Mhm,
but I just don't think Leipzig will have that attacking outlet. I
mhm,
just think initially, before you even said it,
mhm.
I don't know if it's because the quarterfinal was won by that same scoreline too, but I really do see a 2-1 to PSG.
2-1 to PSG.
Slight edge.
Yeah,
But I
man.
think they're gonna get that second goal late in the second half.
And if you
I
Mbappe
can
can
see
turn up tomorrow, man.
a 1-all and then PSG getting the goal in the second half. Yeah.
All right.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. On Wednesday, man, we got Lyon versus Bayern Munich. The French farmers who have knocked out the Italian champions and the Premier League runners up.
Uh-huh.
Kev, you going in this one, man?
This is also this is also actually harder to predict than the PSG game because there's a high possibility, usually after team is like a high score line,
Mhm.
There's the possibility the next game they are not at the same level.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I still think like Bayern will probably interrogate instead of with the highest level being a fourth gear against Barcelona. I still think they could have scored at least two or three more goals. That being said, I'm just praying they don't underestimate Leon.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leon could really run at these guys. Bayern Munich were playing a very high line against Barcelona, which Barcelona didn't have the pace, or the youth, whereas Leon, these guys are young, hungry, want to prove a point. I want the world to see that they're also very good. So my final score line will be 3-2 or 4-2 to Bayern Munich.
So for to the Bayern Munich,
Yeah, but I'm more leaning on the 3-2 to Bayern Munich. What about you?
bro, this like sound reckless.
Mm-hmm.
Like going for it.
Mm-hmm.
4-0 Bayern Munich.
Well, okay. I
I
mean,
just feel Bayern get kind of that ruthless German
and,
efficiency.
yeah,
I
and
say push
they
these
go.
guys to the side
I
and say,
think,
look, we in the finals.
yeah, your logic too is. I think they would have been aware of the slight defensive errors they made in that first 10, 15 minutes against Barca. So I think your logic is they're going to really clean it up at the back.
Because this is my logic.
Mm-hmm.
Sarri's a brick, and he was at Juventus.
Mm-hmm.
Pep is a fraud.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hansi Flick is the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I go with my
That's good.
boy Hansi Flick
Mm-hmm.
to ensure everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I can see Leon defending,
Mm-hmm.
I can see Bayern playing possession football. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
holding on, bang one, bang two, game over, and
Mm-hmm.
then just finish up with two more goals at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Leon can
Mm-hmm.
resign pressure Bayern Munich.
Interesting.
I could be totally wrong, but I going ballsy tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's a 3-1 into Milan being in the European final, so I mean, I don't know what else crazy I could predict.
Nah, not really crazy in my opinion.
So
Hmm.
Kev, I can answer a question now.
Right.
Do you think we get RB like say Leon final?
I mean, as a neutral,
Mm.
some neutrals may want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, the final we had last year was Tottenham Liverpool, which was probably one of the worst finals we've ever seen ever in history. And most neutrals are looking for an open game. Leon Leipzig. I mean, both of these guys are really going for it.
Mm-hmm.
If they do make it to the final, they will believe that like it's written in the stars.
Mm-hmm.
So they will really go after the game. So I believe we would get a really good game. Um, However, your question is, do I see it happening?
Mm-hmm. Or what chances they happen?
No, I don't see it happening. I mean, this tournament has been a tournament of upset after upset after upset. I
Mm-hmm.
believe this is the stage where the favorites and experience will come into play. I believe it ends here, and we're going to have a PSG Bayern Munich final. What do you think?
Man, I can tell you, man, this is final the world want is Bayern PSG, and if we can get it, I mean, I had this on the jump. I have Bayern PSG. I didn't think it was gonna happen in the manner that it currently
Mm-hmm.
happens, but I
Right.
think we can get it
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know. I don't know. Interesting. Leipzig Lyon final would be. It could be interesting though,
Yeah.
but I got a question. We think be a worse final.
Mm-hmm.
We think be the worst. We think will be the best final, and which one will
Mm-hmm.
be the worst?
The worst possible final.
Yeah, we think would be the best possible final in your opinion.
The best possible final. I Bayern PSG, in my opinion, will be
That's
the
right.
best possible final.
I would be the worst possible final.
The worst possible final.
Mm-hmm.
This can actually surprise you.
It was
I think the worst possible final would be Bayern. Leipzig because I could see Bayern absolutely dominating them and winning
Bro,
like a 4-0 or 5-0.
bro, you take the words right out my mouth, bro. I really don't want a Bayern Leipzig final, though. My man,
No,
it's about
yeah,
if Leipzig win tomorrow, I want I kind of want Lyon win on Wednesday,
yeah.
because
Alright then.
I put them
Yeah.
terrible.
I
Yo, I
mean,
got like this: Bayern
yeah.
PSG,
Hmm. Yeah.
Lyon Leipzig,
Hmm.
PSG Lyon. I really
Hmm.
said Bayern Munich because I like they already going in, but I really do want
Hmm.
a Bayern Leipzig final, me.
Nah, nah, I don't. I don't. Nah, we know how that would go. I mean, wow, that would be so one-sided.
Yeah,
Scoreline, possession, everything would be one-sided.
yeah. And on that note, guys, I think that's the end of our live stream for tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Guys,
we had a good
you got a good
one.
one. Remember to like, comment,
Yeah.
and subscribe.
Hmm.
Um, hopefully, our predictions come true. I'll be back
Yeah.
on maybe next week. And maybe if
Yeah.
our predictions aren't too terrible and we are crying, we should be back on next week.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
Next week.
Yeah.